Now, how would it feel if I brought something else and OU for a change? I'd like that. I'd like that. Maybe for our next battle. Anyway, hey guys, and welcome to another Wi-Fi battle. I think this is number 159 if I'm correct, and this was a battle against a guy whose name I cannot pronounce, but I found him at the Smogon Battle Finder. And these are the teams. He's obviously running a Sun team. I'm obviously running a Sandstorm team, pointing out at Ninetales and Tyranitar. So this might be an interesting match. I predict him to go with Ninetales, so that's why I chose for my Rotom lead, because then I would have been able to full switch out and get some residual damage on him when switching into Tyranitar, but that's not going to happen. He's going to have his Scizor up, fearing the hidden power of Fire, or maybe the stab full switch. He's going to switch out, going to Ninetales eventually, trying to get up the Sun. But I'm going to see through that. I'm just going to go for the Volt Switch, getting some good residual damage as I was planning to do in the first place. And I'm going to switch into T-Tar, trying to render that Sun useless. Now, I have a feeling that he's going to switch out, so that leaves me open to go for my Stealth Rocks. So I'm just going to go for it. With all of those Fire-type Pokemon and Grass-type Pokemon on his field, I'm pretty sure that all of them will take some good residual damage to their hit points when having set up that. And in addition, he also had a Charizard, so if it didn't switch in Charizard this turn, then it would have been hurt badly by Stealth Rocks. So he's gonna go for Focus Blast, and to be honest, I did not see that coming. I didn't bother looking up what kind of moveset Charizard can have, because I thought it only had like the Fire type move and Air Slash, but apparently it can learn Focus Blast, so I totally missed that. I'm just gonna go for Stone Edge, hitting the Charizard. That is obviously going to kill him because it's 4 times super effective if I'm correct. Now he's gonna switch back into Ninetales, set up the Sun again, and we're playing this game with Sun and Sandstorm. I love doing this. And he's gonna switch out immediately, going to his Dock Ock, because you will see later on this game, I'm not sure if it does it already, but this the purpose of this Tentacruel is to set up Toxic Spikes, and together with Sun and residual damage from Toxic Spikes, is going to be able to wither down my Pokemon bit by bit. So I'm just going to switch out into Rotom. He obviously doesn't want to get tricked or Volt Switched into his face. So yeah, he switches out into Tangrowth. I'm just going to go for Trick. My Rotom is Choice Scarfed, so that means that his Tangrowth is going to get a Choice Scarf, which is fine by me because now he will be locked into only one move, which, yeah, limits his possibilities. He's going to go for a Sleep Powder right now, switching out into my Heatran. I thought that he would have gone for the Stab Power Whip with only one move into his ability. I thought he would go for that, but that does not happen. He's going to go for a Sleep Powder, puts to sleep my Heatran, and then we're going to do a double switch. I'm going to go into Scizor, he's going to go into Dock Ock, his Tentacruel, and yeah, Scizor doesn't really have anything to hurt this Tentacruel, but I just figured, hey, I can just U-turn out, get some good damage on him, even though I'm not really sure it's going to do that much of damage. And after seeing how much it does, Choice Bandit, U-turn, Stab, coming from a Scizor is just pathetic damage. I'm going to go into Gliscor now. Gliscor having access to the Stab Earthquake, I thought I would be able to finish him off at this range. But you will see soon enough that is not going to happen. So like I said, I'm just going to go for that Stab Earthquake, knowing that it is super effective and that most Tentacruels have some investment in special defense and not in defense. I thought I would have been able to kill him off from that amount of hit points. He goes for an Ice Beam, not really sure why. If he had the Scald, then it would have definitely finished me off because it's Stab. But he doesn't go for that, which was kind of strange. I guess maybe predict me to switch out. I'm not really sure. I can't live myself into his thinking process at this point of the match. So I'm just gonna go for another Earthquake, knowing it would finish off the Tentacruel. It might have been too obvious to go for that Earthquake, so maybe the better choice was going for my Ice Fang. And here he goes for Sleep Powder, and like in the previous battle, that guy used Sleep Powder when a Pokemon is already asleep. So I'm chatting with him and say like, hey dude, why are you going for Sleep Powder? You know about Sleep Claws, don't you? And he said it was a misclick. So yeah, let's forgive him. So I'm just gonna switch. I'm just gonna predict him to switch out because he's obviously locked due to the Choice Scarf into Sleep Powder, and I'm just gonna take this opportunity and set up a Swords Dance. And yeah, I was thinking, if this Venusaur has Hidden Power Ice, then it kind of hurts me. But I need to have a safe switch into Tyranitar so I can render his Sun useless. So I'm just gonna stay and see if he has it, and in the meanwhile I can get some good damage on him with Ice Fang. Even though after Swords Dance, Ice Fang didn't do as much as I wanted it to do. And that is just bad for me. Now he goes for Hidden Power Ice. At least I think it was Hidden Power Ice. Might have been Hidden Power Water as well. Oh no, crap, it wasn't Hidden Power Ice. Totally wrong right there. He went for an Hidden Power, but it was not Ice. And in addition to that, I'm gonna get a crit, which is, whoa. If that happened to me, I'd not be happy, guys. I'd not be happy. So he's gonna go into Haircut right now. I figured most of the Tangrowths are mixed sweepers, which means that they have like Power Whip, Earthquake, and Hidden Power Ice or Fire. So I thought, maybe this guy has Hidden Power Ice after all. So I'm just gonna protect. In the meanwhile, recover a bit and see what he's going to lock himself into. And I see it's Power Whip, so I'm not really afraid of that. I'm just gonna go into Latios because I know Latios can pretty much resist that. And I'm sorry, he went for an Earthquake right there. I'm not really sure why he did that. So my Latios is just sitting there, and I know that at this point of the match, I've seen his Pokemon in the team preview. All threats, all the guys, all the Pokemon that can threaten my Latios are taken out. So I might have a potential Latios sweep at this point of the match. So I'm just gonna go for the Dragon Pulse earlier because it was stab and the obvious choice. I see Scissor coming in, just gonna go for Hidden Power Fire. I see Tangrowth coming in. I know that Tangrowth has just mediocre special defense. Yeah, special defense that is. So I'm just gonna go for a Hidden Power Fire. At least I thought I did, but I just switched out into Gliscor while he went for an Earthquake, if I'm correct. I'm sorry, I'm just not reading what this guy is doing. But I'm just gonna go into Scissor, knowing that Scissor can take anything this Tangrowth throws at him, and he's gonna switch out into his Ninetales. And Ninetales being at a range where I think I can finish him off with Bullet Punch, so I just decided to go for it anyway because yeah, I kind of have this game in the bag, not really, but I have a good feeling about it. So when you're in that positive vibe, you try to take some risks sometimes. So that's what I did. Bullet Punch, bam, Ninetales gone. He's gonna switch out into his Tangrowth now. I'm just gonna switch out into Latios, trying to figure out what kind of Tangrowth this is anyway, and knowing that Bullet Punch, because my Scissor was locked into that due to the choice band, is not going to be a one hit or two hit KO, because yeah, in contrast with Tangrowth's special defense, his defense is just awesome. Now I'm gonna go for Hidden Power Fire. Like I said before, bad special defense stats, and that is gonna finish him off in a bit. And then he only has his Tentacruel, which is going to die to a Dragon Pulse. So this was a battle against, just read the guy's name in the video description or in the title, it will say it all. I thank you for watching, and let's go to today's question of the day. Oh yeah, first check out my latest video. My latest video was a Wi-Fi battle. An awesome Wi-Fi battle, an OU match that you have to check out. Just check it out by clicking the screen. As for today's question of the day, I'm going to ask what your favorite grass type Pokemon is in the Kanto region. I always had a nice touch for Vileplume and Victreebel, so yeah, if my vote has to go to one of those, then then Victreebel might win it because James of Team Rocket used it and I was just a fanboy of James back then. So what is your favorite grass type Pokemon in the Kanto region? Leave your answer as a reply to this video in the comment section below, and see you in my next battle. Bye guys!